Good morning, folks. It is 21 minutes past 5, as you just saw. We are in Junction 3, Ballycolla. I think it's Ballycolla. Anyway, why are we here this early in the morning? Because we are on our way to Harwich in the UK for our ferry to Holland. First ferry of the day will be Dublin to Holyhead, but after that we are on our way to Harwich. So far, it's 11 degrees this morning. Shut up. Let's see now. We've driven 125 kilometers. Look at that consumption though. I haven't exactly been holding back. Average speed of 90. This is a bit high. We've been here about 12 minutes and we're at 55%, and I'm probably going to stay here until at least 90, because I want to try and make the next stop Dublin, Clonshaugh. That's on the north side of Dublin. I'm going to try and charge up there, have a bit of breakfast before we actually get to the ferry, so that when we're in Wales I don't have to find the nearest electricity charger, which is only about 30 kilometres away anyway. But I have a certain route planned and we have a ferry to catch, so we're on a schedule. Weather-wise, it is a bit windy because there's a storm passing around the north of Ireland, so it is actually a bit windy. But the wind is probably going to be in our back from Portlaoise onwards, so it's not too bad. It is, however, a bit wet. That I'm more annoyed about. My average consumption should go down. It was 19.6 when I was in Cashel. We only did about, I think it is probably about 12-15 minutes in Cashel. And we're probably going to take it'll probably take another 10 to 15 minutes before we're actually where we need to be with regards to our charging here. So I'm going to sit back, relax, have a coffee and chill. We have our car completely full. I might actually show you the boot, doesn't matter. There we are. 3 suitcases, 1, 2, 3, charging cable. The back seat also has a cooler bag, laptop bag, a present in the corner for someone, some pillows, coats, and this special box arrived in the mail last week. The courier dropped it off, and I will be filming that when we get to Holland a little bit better. It is basically a NRG Kick. It's a 22 kilowatt charging cable, a granny cable on steroids, and I'm really hoping to actually make use of that in Holland, and I will try it out in Ireland when we're back. I didn't buy it. The good folks at the company lended it to me for 8 weeks. Loaned it to me, I should say. Yeah, we've been here about 15 minutes. That's pretty okay. Alright guys, I will see you all in Dublin. So, charging in Naas. Been here for about, 5 minutes I'd say. We're charging right next to an Ionic. Sadly the supermarket here is closed because I had hopes of buying a sandwich, but I think we're gonna drive on to Clonshaugh and buy sandwiches and stuff to eat there. Currently in the queue for boarding the ferry. That's not our ferry, by the way. That's the Ulysses. We're taking the Swift. Weather's pretty decent. It's probably going to be a bit choppy because there is a bit of a breeze. But we made everything in good time. Got here around 8 o'clock. We left our house about a half an hour too late. We got here in time, that's all that matters. Charging wise, we're at about 70%, so we're probably going to have to take an extra stop in Wales, but that's alright. It'll be a quick splash and dash. Right, I see cars moving, so I have a feeling that I have to go on. We'll see you guys in Wales. Right, Keel Services. This app is actually, I think, pretty cumbersome. You have to scan the code. There you go. No, and then it'll tell you, are you here? Like, that should be done via, in my view, GPS, but... And then this is the other thing, is that it's going to start loading, and then it actually wants your CCV number for your credit card, even though I've entered that online. Yes, I know what the connection fee is. It wants my credit card number. I'm not going to film that. Right, so, you know, and then loading, and just have a look and see how long it takes. That's actually not bad. The previous ones were a hell of a lot slower. Anyway, so, Keel Services, as you probably read. Just go inside here, it's a little quieter. So, this is our third stop here in the UK. Didn't do a hell of a lot of filming. My wife is in the car. She doesn't really like being filmed, so I don't. So basically, we're at Keel Services, as I said. We did a quick sort of a 10-minute toilet break in Bangor Services. Then a 95% charge in Keel. Another one. I'll put the name up. I can't think of it. Camel or something like that. Anyway, and now we drove cross country to Keel Services southbound. So far, the electric highway has been perfect, really, to be quite honest. Genuinely, it has been trouble free. The app, I think, can be improved with regards to how fast can it start. They know what car I drive, so they know what plug I use. They can use my GPS to determine where I am. And then you can just have pump 1, pump 2, and that should do the rest. Pretty much what Fastnet has done. But anyway, it is also 10 to 3, and I'm very much so hungry. So, time for food. Now, Corley Services near Coventry. Expecting a sort of a welcome party, but they haven't arrived yet. But they better be quick because we have a ferry to catch. Everyone! Hi everyone! 14 kilometers of range left. We made it to our charger. The other one is across the way. And I keep missing milestones. So we are charging, but not at the same charger. We are charging at the Chapel Gate northbound one instead of the southbound one, because that one didn't work. Thankfully it was a quick underpass, and just come back into this one for the second one, and thankfully it did work, although someone did report it as out of order, but it is actually working, which is good. So our next destination is the actual port, which is great, and that should be no more than about a half an hour. So if we take about a 20-minute charge here, another half an hour, we should be at the port around 9:15, which is great. So we made it to the port. More importantly, we're actually in the queue to be hooked up to the charge point, so that could be interesting. Very picky car, remember?
No?
Nope, that's gonna work. Just about to get off the ship, and thankfully the battery charging possible error cleared. Now, Fastnet van Meerschoot weg, I think. Anyway, on the outskirts of The Hague, this is one of Fastnet's urban charging stations. I think you get two of these, you got another one on the other side. One thing I really enjoyed is that I showed you guys the app for Ecotricity yesterday. All I had to do when I arrived here is I opened the app. The first screen I saw was "Welcome to Fastnet," whatever the name of this place is. I had to press charger 1. That's it. 1 press, and the car started charging. No, are you here? Scan a QR code. Is this the right one? What payment method? What this? What that? It was just 1 press. Done. So anyway, yesterday we arrived at the port in Harwich around 9:10, 9:15. I asked for to be hooked up to the charge point, which was fine, no problem. They routed me to it. And what then happened was basically first of all it was turned off, so one of the staff members turned it on. And when I plugged it in, all it said was check charge post. It did that about 2 or 3 times, and then it went into a battery charge impossible error. So I guess it means that the charge point on the Stena Hollandica is not Zoe compatible. That's fine, no problems, because I didn't actually. I was kind of expecting problems, but yeah, this particular charge point was less than 10 miles away, about 14 kilometers, so it was easy. Plans for today is to do a surprise visit to my brother in a town called Leeuwarden. Let me just point it out to ye. So we are now here, and we are going roughly here. Probably 200k, thereabouts. So it'll probably be a 1 to 2 stop strategy. I think probably a 2 stop. We'll charge up to full over here, and then just start driving, I guess. The battery charged in possible error. The battery charged in possible error this morning cleared. All I did was lock the car, and that was it. The error cleared. So, yeah, that's it really. After we're done at my brother's place, we'll be driving to our hotel in Forschoten, which is where we were last year. And they have, I think it's 6 charge points on site, so charging will be no bother there. And then we're going to start our holiday. So don't expect too much footage for the next few days. Hello everyone. So, yeah, I'm on my way to my brother in Leeuwarden. Drop my wife off at a campsite nearby at an amusement park down the hill, where her family is staying, her sister and family. So she's going to spend the day with them, and I'm going to go to the other side of the country for the birthday party of my now 1-year-old niece. And of course I didn't forget my other niece and nephew. First stop is going to be Fastnet in Elschate, I think, which is just about 6 kilometers down the road, where I'm going to charge up to full, or at least close to full, and figure out what the next stop is somewhere halfway down. It's 175 kilometers to Leeuwarden, so that's I'm probably going to look for a charge spot about 75 to 100 kilometers away. Fastnet preferably, purely because of cost. I'm a big fan of trying to keep things cheap, and when you're in a country where you have to pay for charging, that may not be the case. Now, in saying that, Fastnet have changed the way their prescriptions work. You used to be able to change your prescription from sort of for a month, but it would actually start the following day. So I could request a different subscription on a Tuesday, and on Wednesday I could be driving around on that subscription. I presumed that hadn't changed, and I tried to change the subscription last week to be informed that it would start at the 1st of September. So they've switched that to per calendar month. Now that, of course, is not nice when you're a tourist, unless you remember when the 1st of the calendar month is, or if you're unfortunate like me, you don't remember and your holiday is split half and half over a month. Now, looking back at it, I genuinely could have done with the actual subscription now rather than on the 1st of September, but I'll probably still end up changing on the 1st of September just to get a bit of a discount. But when you go up a subscription, your per kilowatt hour rate drops, but there's a monthly subscription charge. So I think they have one at $9.99 a month with a 35-cent per kilowatt hour usage charge. Then they have a $29.99 a month with, I think it's a 19-cent per kilowatt hour usage charge. What I'm currently paying is 59 cents per kilowatt hour, but no subscription charge. Fastnet were kind enough to refund me the 2 chargers that I did as part of the Salzburg trip, so I have a €15 credit. But when you're paying 59 cents per kilowatt hour, that is not going to last very long. In fact, I think I've already used a tenner of it. So yeah, I'll have to have a think where I'm going to charge. And in saying that, a tenner per charge, I still don't think it's an unreasonable charge for something that you do every once in a blue moon, which is what I'm doing. Yeah. Anyway, next up, Elschate. Jesus, I'm starting to unlearn the own language that I was born in. just to show you guys the difference between Fastnet and electricity. So I've plugged in, it knows where I am, right there, number 3. There's only one plug available on that charger. It knows to start it. One push, that is it. And here we go. One button push. That is all it takes to start charging at Fastnet. Brilliant. That was nice. 12 minutes later, after loading 7.1 kilowatt hours, we are back on the road. So, continuing on my previous conversation, 59 cents per kilowatt hour, roughly say 7 kilowatt. So it's 7 times 6. That was a €4.20 charge, which I find reasonable. I added probably about 80 kilometers to my estimate range, though it's more than likely going to drop a little because I'm now going to speed up compared to what I have been driving. So next one is Fastnet in Leeuwarden, I think it's called. And I'll let you guys have a peek at some of the rather flat scenery that they have here in Holland. So here we are, Fastnet Leeuwarden. Next charger is, I'm probably going to try and find a charger near my brother. Now where he lives there aren't a hell of a lot nearby, but I think it stands to reason that I can try and charge the car whilst I'm over there having coffee, rather than having to wait another 10-15 minutes. There is a Fastnet station literally 5 minutes down the road, but that's 5 minutes down the road, and I'll have to wait for it to charge rather than, yeah. So I'll try and find a charger near my brother. Tried that last year, and yeah, I didn't want to recognize my new motion card, so hopefully they'll have fixed that. I'll look into it anyway. But we're here at Fastnet Leeuwarden, no bothers at all. I'll try, I might go to the bathroom, grab a coffee and figure out where to go to next. Ionic in orange. The fuel for the driver. So We have been charging for about 15 minutes. It's 90 kilometers to Leeuwarden, and I still have to actually check where the charger is. So this car is charging faster than I am. Bye bye Fastnet Broedijk. Got chatting to the Ionic owner. I stayed for about, what was it, 35-40 minutes, so the car was at 92-93%, which is way more than I needed. But anyway, that's what you get. I found a charge point which wasn't there last year, approximately 300-400 meters from my brother's house, which is brilliant, because that means I can park my car, walk to his house, do the birthday thing, have a chat, catch up, and come back to a fully charged car. Imagine that. Brilliant. And then I can just drive back and trace my steps, other side of the motorway station. So that'd be absolutely brilliant. So my ETA there is 1:45, which is about 15 minutes later than I thought. That I said to my mother that I'd be there, but that's because I was busy chatting. Okay, that is the charge in Fastnet Broedijk. Time to go back to showing you guys the wonderful flat countryside of Holland. Actually, before we do that, one of the reasons why I got chatting to the Ionic owner, I got out of the car, and obviously I have a right-hand drive car, which is rare here in Holland. So he started talking in English. I answered him in Dutch, and then you could see the look on his face going, "Oh?" So we started chatting about that. He was surprised to see a Dutch Zoe owner in an Irish car, who then told him that this was the third time he was in Holland with the car. So yeah, he has his Ionic 3 months, he said. Now, one of the things that he said is that he can't charge at home. What they can do here in Holland is that there is I think it's a tax relief scheme, or sort of like a way for the country to increase its on-street charging, is you can apply to your county council or town council to have a charge point installed in your street or area, providing, I don't know, like there's no chargers nearby in so many meters or whatever. There's obviously a few stipulations, but you can literally just apply to have a charger installed. How cool is that? So you can literally go to your councillor going, "Hi, I'd like a charger here in this street, please." And they'll put one in. No cost. Nothing. All you pay is whatever charge point provider they've picked, and whatever price they charge, which over here is usually sort of a full charge, will probably cost you about £5. Which at the rate petrol prices and taxes are in this country is relatively cheap. Brilliant. Anyway, right, back to the flat countryside of Holland. so we're here. Let's see if this works. Keep in mind, my car battery is hot, and that can do strange things to these kind of chargers. All good. Now, time to wrap up some presents and surprise my brother. So, 3:10. 2 hours and about 15 minutes later, well, probably more like 20, the car was finished charging in 1 hour and 45-ish. So the car is nice and full, showing 146 kilometer estimate range. Never going to get that because we're heading back out on the motorway and we've got a pretty decent headwind. Anyway, that was good. Pleasant surprise. Everybody was surprised to see me, which was good. So my surprise effect was complete. I now have to get back to the hotel where we're going to be staying in Forskolton, check in, drop off the bags, pick up my wife, or at least go down to the amusement park, and yeah, we're probably going to be staying. We won't be staying the night there, but we'll be having a drink there with my sister and brother-in-law. We're back on the road. This is the good thing about being able to charge your car whilst doing your normal things. I didn't have to wait for my car to charge. So yes, I love it when a plan comes together. Fastnet Kruissloot. I really need to work on my Dutch pronunciation. It's amazing how much you unlearn when you move abroad. So, we're about 100 kilometers from Leeuwarden, as you saw. I did not get the 144 kilometers. It's more like 120, 130 is what you would expect at this kind of conditions. It is pretty breezy, as you can tell by the movement of the vegetation. And in this small country, flat country, it does not really help with regards to the economy. Okay, so I'm going to have to do pretty much a full charge at the expensive rate, which is going to be interesting. But anyway, let's see now. I am going to put the hotel that we're staying in the sat-nav. It's probably about 75 kilometers. There are 6 charge points there, so I should be able to get one. Let's see now. No, I know I don't have any battery left. 75 kilometers. 74 kilometers. Piece of cake. 27 minutes later, we're at 80%. Time to go. 104 kilometer estimate range. That's more like it. 74 kilometers to my destination. I'm at the hotel. I've just checked in. Been gone for about an hour. Or is it 90 something %? Right, I'm going to collect my wife at the nearby amusement park, and we're going to chill out and relax for the evening. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye now.